Hello friends, I am Dr. V.P. Deshpande, Head Department of Physics, Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kannad. Now, your next article is boundary condition for the electromagnetic field vector D and H. Now, first of all, boundary conditions for the electromagnetic field vector D. The first Maxwell's equation is given by divergence of D is equal to rho. Now consider the pillbox structure situated at the boundary between medium 1 and medium 2. S1, S2, S3 and S4 are the surface of the pillbox. H is the height of pillbox. N is the normal vector to the both medium and also the surface S1 and S2. A represents the area of S1 and S2. To check continuity for displacement vector D at interface of pillbox, take volume integration on both sides of equation 4.9. Now this becomes volume integral of del dot D dV is equal to volume integral of rho into dV. Now using Gauss divergence theorem, volume integration on the LHS is converted into surface integration. Therefore, closed contour d dot n ds is equal to integration over volume rho into dv. By taking integration over all surfaces, we get integration over s1 d1 n1 ds plus surface s2 integration over s2 d2 n2 ds plus surface integral of S3 d3 dot n3 into ds plus surface integral of S4 d4 n4 ds, which is equal to volume integral of rho into dv, where n1, n2, n3 and n4 are the normals to the concerned surface. As h tends to 0, third and fourth integration becomes 0. On LHS, integration over a d1 n1 plus d2 n2 into ds, which is equal to limit of h tending to infinity, h tending to 0, volume integral of rho into dv, where s1 is equal to s2 is equal to a. If sigma is the surface charge density at the interface, then above equation becomes in bracket d1 n1 s1 plus d2 n2 s2, which is equal to sigma into a, as s1 is equal to s2 is equal to a. Therefore d1 n1 plus d2 n2 into a is equal to sigma into a. Since normal vector n1 and n2 are in opposite directions, we can take n1 is equal to n and n2 is equal to minus n. So the above equation becomes d1n minus d2n of a is equal to sigma into a. d1n minus d2n is equal to 0. d1n minus d2n is equal to sigma. This shows that the normal component of displacement vector d is not continuous across the boundary interface, but changes by the amount equal to the free surface charge density of the charge at the boundary. Now consider last condition for boundary condition for the electromagnetic field vector H. The fourth Maxwell's equation becomes curl of H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. Now consider the interface boundary between two medium as shown in figure. Construct a rectangular loop ABCD bounding a surface S. Integrate equation 4.13 over the surface S of loop ABCD so as to find continuity for magnetic field intensity H. Now integration surface integral of del cross H dot n into ds, which is equal to integration over surface J plus dou D by dou T into n into ds. Now using Stokes theorem, convert surface integral on LHS into line integral. Therefore, AB close integration over close contour ABCD H dot dl is equal to surface integral of J plus dou D by dou T into n into ds. Now integration over AB H1 dot dl plus integration over BC H dot dl plus integration over CD H2 dot dl plus integration over dA H dot dl, which is equal to surface integral of J plus dou D by dou T into n into ds, where H1 and H2 are tangential component of electric field in the two media. If H tends to 0, then contribution from line integral BC and dA will tends to 0, and limit of S tends to 0, surface integral of J plus dou D by dou T dot n into ds tending to 0, provided dou D by dou T is bounded everywhere and limit of S tends to 0, surface integral of J dot n into ds, which is equal to Js perpendicular dot L, where Js perpendicular represents the component of surface current density perpendicular to the direction of H component, which is being matched. The idea of surface current density, analogous to that of surface charge density, represents a finite current in very small layer. So as the limit over S tends to 0, the above equation takes the form integration of AB H dot dl minus CD H dot dl is equal to J S perpendicular to L. H1t minus H2t into L, which is equal to Js perpendicular to the L, and H1t minus H2t, which is equal to Js perpendicular. This shows that the tangential component of magnetic field intensity H is not continuous across the interface of two medium, but changes by an amount equal to the component of the surface current density perpendicular to tangential component of H. Surface current density is 0 only when conductivity in infinite. So if one of the medium has infinite conductivity, then H1t is equal to H2t.